I probably would enjoy it.
Eater of Souls. Rusin... What the fuck is this guy's name? What the hell? Ryusinod? The fuck?
Is that like a character in 14?
Yeah. Ruissenaud. Jesus Christ. It's AUD at the end, so isn't it similar to like Alpha?
Ryusinad.
Well,
AUD, so maybe it's Ryusinad.
yeah, I was gonna say it'd be like Alphano, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryusinod. Fuck. Ah, Alela, I had a feeling you would arrive soon. Urgent tidings always seem to carry you in their wake. After all, and Master Foshino recently sent word regarding his investigation. It seems he's uncovered information regarding Professor Claudian's whereabouts and the sudden appearance of Pandæmonium in the Ethereal Sea. We would do well to meet with him at once. If you have no objections, I ask that you proceed to the Telescope forthwith. I shall make the necessary arrangements and join you shortly. Okay. I keep trying to left click to interact, and it's annoying that it does. You can't do that. Because in WoW, in retail WoW by default, it's on both left and right click, and I don't know. I've just been left clicking for this whole time. Am I a monster?
Yeah, you're a monster. I didn't even know it was on left and right click. I'm pretty sure I always right click.
So it's only like that by default in retail, but in classic it's a setting you have to turn on.
Yeah.
Wait, where the fuck? Wait, I'm confused. I thought this shit was down there.
Super Mario 3D Land.
Oh yeah, it's over this way. That game was good. I liked 3D Land. Have you played... Oh wait, you probably haven't. Dude, Bowser's Fury was fucking awesome.
That was 3D World, wasn't it?
Wait, did you not say 3D World?
I said 3D Land.
Oh, 3D Land was kind of meh. Sorry, they're like the same. They sound like the same, but they're completely different games. Nah. So obviously 3D Worlds, that came out on the Wii U by itself, but Bowser's Fury was included with it on the Switch re-release. But it's like a completely new game. It's like, people might think that pass it off as like probably like a DLC for 3D World or something. It's not. It's a completely new separate game. It's a smaller game, but it was really fucking good. Like,
yeah. I mean, that's really like weird to me.
They should sell it separately on the eShop for like less money or something.
I mean, the Nintendo was doing that a lot for like making like other like remaking games and then like adding like complete like separate games to them. They did the same thing with the Super Mario RPG games they ported to the 3DS. Well,
yeah,
remade for 3DS.
Yeah.
Those other games weren't good though.
But Bowser's Fury was really good. And no, like if they sold it separately for like $15-20, like just that alone would be worth it. Cause like how I see it is, if you already played 3D World on the Wii U, you probably don't need to buy it again. But like Bowser's Fury is really good. So like if you could play it on its own, definitely worth it. But they don't let you buy it like that currently. I wouldn't be surprised if they do it separately later.
I would be if they went back and did that. Because now it's like, what's the point?
What do you mean? It's a very good game on its own. It's just not like long enough probably to sell it for $60 though. You know another thing they announced is they announced a re-release of Pikmin 1 and 2 for the Switch.
Yeah, I have a plugin installed called the One Bag. It's kind of like Bagnon. But I'm noticing there's no search bar on it.
RIP.
And there is one on the other bag, so I might have to disable this.
You have to restart your game to change any add-ons?
No, you have to like log out.
That's annoying.
Sometimes there's a command to unload it, but...
I thank you for answering my summons with haste. Let us forgo formalities and jump straight to the heat of the matter, or heart of the matter. I can't fucking read, dude. Holy shit.
I'm gonna have to disable this, because no search bar is gonna annoy the crap out of me.
Namely, the whereabouts of Professor Claudian, who has not been seen since his ill-advised journey to Azizla. A subsequent expedition discovered an airship in the vicinity of the Ethereal Chemical Research Facility. Although the vessel clearly belonged to the professor, he was nowhere to be found. There were signs that someone, perhaps the man himself, had forced their way into the facility, so this trial was duly followed. However, the trail led nowhere. In the most literal sense, 'twas almost as if an entire sector of the facility had been wrested from existence.
Jacob.
Further investigation confirmed the expedition. Yeah. Oh my God. What do you want?
I'm sorry.
No. What?
Don't worry about it. I forgot.
Okay. Further investigation confirmed that the expedition's party's suspicions, wow, that is fucking hard to say, nigh on an entire sector of Azizla has been teleported elsewhere. I'm doing it for the stream, but I fucking hate reading Final Fantasy dialogue out loud. Like, the way they write this shit is so hard to read out loud. I'm not gonna lie. I struggle. Teleported to where? We believe that its destination was none other than the Ethereal Sea, here where its Algan facilities reconstituted the halls of Pandæmonium, to great success, as you can see. So that means Professor Claudian is there? Is in there? In that monstrous fortress? That is our leading theory. We are certain enough, at least, to risk sending you into its depths in search of the missing man. Yet before we do, there's another pressing matter. While Pandæmonium may appear firmly sealed, an unknown entity was recently spied crawling forth from its gates.
Some guy just showed up and waved at me. Interesting.
We observed its behavior with the Etioscope, and to our honor, oh my God, I swear, to our horror, witnessed it gorging upon the surrounding ether like a ravenous beast. What? It must be stopped! The Ethereal Sea harbors the souls of the departed. 'Tis the wellspring from which all creatures are born. If its flow were disturbed, life itself might cease to be. Precisely. Yeah. Its safety must be our first priority. Rid us of this menace, Alela, and then we will be at liberty to investigate what wicked machinations are afoot.
I do wonder what the player base for this game is like.
This memory crystal was recovered from Claudian's airship. Take it with you. It might yet provide some insight to Enigma of Pandæmonium. Without Themis, there would be no army of phantom warriors. I realize you are more than capable in combat, but are certain you will be alright. Themis is the only one who can summon our illusionary allies. As long as I'm free to focus on my foe, there's not to worry about. Yeah, let's do the first one. He isn't? Why, of course, I should have known someone of your talents would master even the ancient arcane arts. Apologies for my failure of imagination. Once we are freed of the looming specter of Pandæmonium, you must promise to share your knowledge for the sake of thorough reports, of course. In the meanwhile, I shall focus my effort on providing you with what information and support I can. I shall gather researchers from the confluence to construct a means to convey you to your destination. The rest is in your hands. Anabaseios, the Ninth Circle, now accessible. Yo, let's go. That wasn't too much to get into. I do like, they do that a lot, where like the cutscenes up to the first one, you know, aren't that long, but then there's randomly like 40 minutes of cutscenes in between the first and second one. Is usually what happens, but it's okay. Raids. Anabaseios, the Ninth Circle.
Shadow Legends.
Raid Shadow Legends. You know, I didn't actually test that my ACT works. I'm just gonna trust that it works.
It'll be fun.
We queued it right. Wow, that was fast. That's fast as fuck, boy. Alright, here we go.
Looks like the game has a player base.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh! The music! Holy shit! I already came.
Oh.
Ooh.
Lotro.
And the crystal, of course, to summon our buddies.
Yeah. You know what's funny?
What?
We actually, just because of like how the game works,
Coquitos. Okay, sorry.
Just because of like how the game, just because of how DDO works, we actually have like, I think, pretty accurate numbers that are just pulled from the server of like how many players are logged in at any given time. There's like 50 freaking players according to on like most servers.
Only 50?
Like, yeah, it's wild.
That doesn't sound right. That's probably not correct. It's probably like WoW when you like /who and it can only show 50 at a time. It's like,
I don't know, dude. Like,
I expected there to be at least a couple thousand, like maybe 1 to 2,000.
DDO, there's not that many.
Wait, I thought you were talking about Lotro.
Yeah, I was gonna say like, I was talking about DDO.
Oh,
Lotro,
my bad.
Lotro, there's more. Definitely, it's not as niche. And the reason I bring that up is because like out of the two, I remember thinking DDO was better, but clearly it didn't have the same staying power.
Yeah. Ooh. Dual spell. What's it gonna do? Oh, okay, it's just, yeah, I get it.
But I don't think I would think that now, though.
Yeah, my ACT isn't working. I don't know why. That's You know what? You know what I just thought? There's a possibility that there was an update to ACT because I haven't played the game in so long, but it's like actually out of date for this update, maybe. Or maybe I just need to restart. I clicked restart, but I know sometimes if you let it like auto restart ACT with the update, it'll actually restart it not in admin mode, and so I actually have to restart it again. Maybe I'll try before I do the next one. It's not a big deal. I'm just doing normal. Okay. What a... Alright. Oh, this... Yeah, fuck. Okay.
What is that? What is that? It's a gobby. Enmity of the Goblins. Okay. Find and return the pendant to its owner.
Front combination. Oh shit! Okay, that makes sense. I should have expected that. Thank God I'm playing a tank, or else I would have been dead like 5 times already.
Oh.
What?
Apparently, like, the de facto tank class for this game. Like, the Guardian, there was a quest for it where, like, you go talk to, like, Sam Gamgee. Like a class quest, right?
Mm-hmm.
And,
oh, did not expect that.
And, he gives you, he is like, someone told me, like, someone told me you were a really good guardian, and he was like, they must have misunderstood me. I said gardener when I was talking to him about gardening or something, and then he gives you like gardening tips that just happen to be like decent advice for tanking in the game, apparently. It's like, okay. I was reading that in a comment on a YouTube video somewhere. They were like, that's my favorite like memory of playing this game. I thought it was funny. Is your name Decker Kane?
Yeah, dude. Unfortunate they killed him.
Killed who?
Didn't you just ask me, are you Deckard Cain?
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, remember he died in like the first 10 minutes of Diablo 3?
Yeah.
Alright. That boss was very basic, but it's a first boss. The music was pretty good.
Spoilers.
Shut the fuck up, Jacob.
I haven't played that game.
Yeah, okay. The areas, I like the area though. I think the arena is I'm pretty sure this is very similar to Hydalen's arena, but it's pretty. I like it. Oh yeah, there's a loot from what's the item level? This stuff should be an upgrade. I think I'm just gonna roll on whatever though. Oh, okay. I rolled and won something immediately. I wonder if I should have done that, but who cares? I'm probably just gonna end up buying crafty gear anyways. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just tanking the normals because I already have tank gear, but I think in terms of actual endgame stuff, I might try a different role this time around. I think I might do healing or DPS. I'm not sure. Impressive work, Alela. The memories of your tenacity were not embellished in the slightest.
Hold on a second.
Oh. Who the fuck is this? Do not be alarmed. A proper introduction shall set your mind at ease. I am Athena, chief keyword of Pandæmonium, wife to Lahabrea and mother to Erechthonios. And it is I who made Pandæmonium anew in the underworld. In a manner of speaking, I am the source of all your recent troubles. I must say, I did not imagine I would meet you in this age. A slight miscalculation, but perhaps a fortunate one, for your deeds in the past have left quite an impressive impression on me. I understand you have reason to be worried, but I assure you there is no need. I know not what Lahabrea has told you of me, but all that I have done out of sincere scientific curiosity. That appetite yet remains, even after my rebirth. Conflict is the furthest thing from my mind, and I ask that you at least hear me out before brandishing your weapon. Give Claudian back. Claudian, I must be referring to the man who set a foot in Azizla. He is now indispensable to my work. Worry not, for I treat all my tools with care, especially those with which I will grasp godhood. You are as stubborn as Lahabrea, I see. Although I speak in earnest, you refuse to hear the meaning of my words. Perhaps you would be better served by a different teacher. Luckily, you already possess the tools required to make one for you. Yes, that crystal teems with memories. Memories of two souls you know quite well, Lahabrea and Erechthonios. I shall stitch them into the fabric of two errant souls, that with their help you may come to see clearly.
Are you a tedious penguin?
Where are we? Surely these two have much to tell you of me. I would have you listen. Perhaps then you shall better understand me. My desire for godhood. There is another, but their soul has proven difficult to work with. However, with these memories, I may very well manage to weave together something presentable. You have a place in my plans. I do hope that in time you come to realize that cooperation is the best path forward. Ooh. I have little understanding of where we are, yet somehow I am unsurprised to find you here. At present, I have more questions than answers. Perhaps you can help me address this inequity. Is there somewhere we can speak without fear of interruption? I don't know how long it's been, Alela, but it's good as ever to see your face. Would that were under more conventional circumstances. Just where are we, and what events have led to this unexpected reunion?
Cabbage.
Ah, yes, I remember you telling us about this memory crystal. To think that it contained our memories. This is a lot to take in, not least of all the fact that you hail from the future. I searched for you after a time, but could find no trace. Now I know why.
Did they find it?
What?
Oh, sorry. I just got a video recommended to me called Diablo 4 has a secret Cal level.
Yeah, no, people are clickbaiting the hell out of that shit. No, they didn't find it yet. Our age had its share of surprises, if my memories are to be believed. The supposedly world-ending final days came upon us, yet here we are, in a future where you, at least, exist. Someone too. I mean, there is actual evidence. There is.
Yeah.
There is
That's
secrets
all this is,
and there's things
going over the
yeah
evidence.
yeah there is actual evidence of a cow level, but it requires. The second video shows it. There's 3 different items that drop from various events around the world, and then you go to Kedbaro, and there's a 4 like ox statues with some water. You drop them in the water, and then it gives you a key that opens a cellar, and then the cellar has something in there that will give you the portal to the cow level. I don't know, something like that. But they haven't gotten as far as getting all the items yet, so they don't know exactly how to get them, but they know about them through data mining.
Yeah. Okay.
Do we overcome the despair that befalls us? Do we find a way to live on?
It's just the idea that they were just scouring through the game files looking for any evidence of like a cow level was just hilarious to me.
Yeah. Questions without simple answers, it seems. Let us take heart that life endured in some form, but memories. We may never have the luxury of the larger picture. Also, something I heard about D4 data mining is it's doable, but apparently it's much more restrictive in the kind of information they can actually get from it compared to like WoW or D3. Apparently, it's large portions of it are much harder to get into. So
yeah, that's good.
Which yeah, that's a good thing to me. Regardless, now that it has come to pass, this future must be protected from Athena's scheming. Let this conviction guide our every action. Agreed, but as memories given fleeting form, we are bereft of any physical or magical talents. We cannot aid Alela in battle. Nay, Athena meant us to speak, and nothing more. But wait, I can't. Why am I like fucking completely unable to read out loud? It's so difficult. But though we may be tools, we need not be slaves to her whims. We will tear ourselves from her grasp and shatter her ambitions. I must wonder how she knew of our history with Alela. Likely she possessed some means by which to observe events within Pandæmonium, either while they were occurring or after the fact. Regardless, her knowledge far exceeds our own, a shortcoming we must remedy at once.
I got wolf teeth.
We would do well to learn more of the Pandæmonium now dominating the landscape of souls. Alela colleagues would doubtless prove to be of value in that respect. Pandæmonium awakens. Laha Brea is eyeing the frightened researcher with a mix of curiosity and derision. Why do your companions hesitate to approach? We must be unusual visitors, but time is of the essence. Bring them here. Although you may be but a confluence of memory, it is an honor to meet the personage I have only read of in Alela's reports. As a researcher, this is beyond exciting, but I admit to no small measure of fear as well. I know what you mean. I can scarcely stop my legs from shaking. We're powerless to do aught but speak. I see no reason why you should be afraid. Isn't my life I only fear that I might not have the chance to ask you all the questions now burning a hole in my withstand before to the ancients who hold priceless knowledge beyond the ken of any of our peers. But what purpose does fear serve if not to be confronted and conquered? To that end we shall share with you our records, and perhaps together we can find the thread which will lead us safely out of this conundrum. Information shall be our most precious resource, for that is the only weapon we can wield in these forms. Our memories are at your complete disposal. We can start with Athena, whose thirst for discovery would see all life consumed. Her desires haven't changed. She still seeks to transcend her mortal existence so that she might unravel the mysteries of life. She would become a god. A nebulous concept, but Athena had her own ideas on what divinity entailed. In her mind, a god can create souls at will. Thus, she chose the underworld, or the ethereal sea as it is known in this age, as the staging ground for her final experiments. Here lies a practically bottomless well of ether. Even if it means stemming the flow of life itself, she intends to continue her work. She thinks of nothing else. We caught a glimpse of Athena as we came into this world. Her smile, her voice, they were just as remembered. Without even realizing, I found myself feeling an affection for her. Don't look at me like I've gone mad. I'm not asking you to join her side. I know the true Eric would never want that, but these emotions remain in memory, if nothing else. I shall remain here to compile the information you can. You must infiltrate Pandæmonium and seek out Athena. I would ask that you leave the memory crystal with us. It may hold secrets which have yet to be unveiled. All that's left is to cross that menacing threshold. Shall we take a closer look? I have one question for you. Does the word Arcite mean aught to you? Arcite, why yes, there are a few records of his existence. It mainly makes appearances in the legends of Eolis, and the tales concerning the Ashian Laha. Well, the tales concerning an entity known as an Astian. The personage is associated with a black. Oh, this is kind of awkward. He was about to talk about how we fucking killed out La Brea with the Orsite, but this is La Brea, so it's kind of like, oops, oopsie. Black Orsite, known as the Heart of Sabik, a source of considerable power. I see. So time has not buried it.
Final Fantasy 14 online.
From the outside, Pandæmonium looks no different than it does in the past. However, there is no guarantee that the inside will be familiar. We would do well to secure the area near the entrance first. Once it has been cleared of threats, La Brea and I can approach. We shall begin our exploration of the interior. The portal should convey you to Pandæmonium's gates. I hardly need to tell you to keep your weapon at the ready.
You know what I seen, Jacob?
What?
I seen like a old like leveling challenge where someone like detailed like they went through the entire game like killing this is in WoW. They went through the entire game leveling all the way up just by killing
boars?
different varieties of boars. It was like in reference to the South Park episode. I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, that's the thing. I knew you would come. I never lost faith that we would meet again. I told you as much, did I not? I understand you may be confused. I was too, at first. You see, I am not the true Themis. I was made by Athena, molded from one of the many souls at her disposal. I am only an illusion built from memory, no more real than La Brea or Erichthonius. So I believe I have a grasp on the situation. This is the distant future. A future where Athena lives once more, although the means of her rebirth are yet beyond me. You are here to stop her. Have I the right of it so far? Very good. I would be disappointed if you did not rise to her challenge. Although I am sorry to say that I cannot aid you. My creator has tampered with my essence, and I am oddly inclined to act in her interests. I can do naught but offer you words of warning. We will fight, and it cannot be avoided. There's no need for the pained expression. Remember, I am but an illusion, nothing worth shedding tears over. We can free you just as we freed Agdistis. I thank you for the sentiment, but I am afraid that is quite impossible. Athena's grip on my mind is unyielding. Still, I would ask you to listen carefully to the advice I offer you now. Athena has prepared a new vessel to replace Erichthonius, so that she may become a god. By gathering the souls readily available in the sea of ether, she tempers her own essence. Yet the souls are faint, diffused. She doubts whether they are sufficient for her goals, so she has turned her gaze to you. Despite your thin ether, you manage to lay this Phaistos low, and Athena would know the secret of your strength. To that end, she has prepared an experiment for her observation. Fight for your life against Athena's creation, and in doing so give her the knowledge she desires. Oh shit. What the fuck is that? Yeah, it is gross. What am I looking at?
What's gross?
Ew. Oh, we're fighting in Pandæmonium itself. That's okay. Interesting. The boss is Pandæmonium.
Okay.
Whoa. What's happening?
Where?
Athena has made her move. We must find a way to reach her, or all is lost.
Looks craven feathers.
We can do little but hope for Alela's success. Pandæmonium, once a mass of lifeless stone, now imbued with a soul. Athena has grown much since her death at La Habrea's hands. Although the souls she creates are imperfect, they act with absolute obedience. I know you shall cut your way through this monster, as you have so many others. Then you shall come before me. Do not hesitate to do what you must, for that is the only way to stop Athena. Yeah, that thing is nasty. I'm assuming we just unlocked the raid, right? Yeah, let's go.
What's it?
It's like, okay, so it started, like the entire like castle of Pandæmonium started like bursting out with this like fleshy fucking pulsy looking gross thing, and then it grew a face, and it looks like a spider. I don't know, this thing's fucking gross, okay?
Yeah. Oh.
Here. Fucking gross. Alright.
That's attractive.
Oh, you
on a little bit.
you would tap that?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Oh right, ACT. I'm gonna just try restarting it and see what happens. See if it works this time. What?
Burger King foot lettuce. Where the fuck is the wolf? Did I say it right that time, Jacob? I don't even know.
Close
Wolf.
enough. At least it's not wolves.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Oh yeah, didn't they add some sort of setting, where it's probably in UI settings. Where the fuck? Didn't they add some thing to the game now where you can see like display name settings? Didn't they add some things where it shows like their job now and shit? How do you turn that on? Like it was kind of like that mod that existed where it like showed like their class icon and their nameplate, but now that's just a thing, right? Oh, here it is. There we go. That's cool. I like that.
They
Yeah.
did a thing.
Yeah, look. It's really small though. That's kind of funny. Oh well. And it made the other icon next to it smaller to like. That's funny. Oh well. I don't know. I think that's kind of. Yeah. Look at. See this little class icon that's next to my name. That's in the game now. Like there was a mod that did this already, but they added it to the actual game now. And they also made it so that in the chat can be color coded based off what. But I'm using a different chat. Honestly, I might go back to the normal chat and versus chat 2. I don't know, but because I'm assuming chat 2 won't do this. So there's the chat colors, tabs, display. I wonder, because I don't think chat 2 did this already. Whatever. It's fine. I'll figure out all these things later. And just do a normal raids. Doesn't matter that much.
Into bad allegiances.
Alright, let's go.
I like how it's just now giving me this. It's just now telling me how to customize the UI, Jacob.
Yeah.
I am Pandæmonium. From countless failures have I wrought miracles. Into soulless vessels I breathe life.
Demonic dungeon, Pandæmonium. Look, and their names are color coded now too. By role, with the other setting I turned on. Oh god, I missed that tower. Maybe not. Why isn't my ACT working? I'm gonna have to ask someone. Why is there only 7 towers? So on normal mode, they're just like expecting at least one person to fuck up and not make it to 1. I just didn't go in one because everyone else got into 1, but I was like, wait, what the heck? What the fuck? Okay. I'll probably just stay to the sides. Oh, his head. I see. Okay. I thought I was gonna shoot a laser through the middle, but his head turns. What is this? Okay. Okay, so over here. Oh shit.
In the field of the goblin.
Harrowing hell. What is this? Oh. Oh, okay.
Boy, gonna be some. Hunters become friends.
When
I feel like I've seen people do the Savage version of this fight, and I feel like they took out way too many of the mechanics on the normal version. Almost nothing happened in that one. I don't know. That's fine. Like whatever. So I already got a helmet, right? So I'm gonna roll on like something else, like maybe a chest piece. Okay, I got the ring.
Hungry.
Alright, good for you. Whoa, what is that? That was a beautiful display, as always. I stand enchanted by your grace in battle.
Why are you a cat girl?
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why. How did I end up here? Who am I? What is anything? Alela, is that... Pandæmonium's final gate has been cast wide. I shall await your arrival beyond. Apologies for not coming sooner. The space is enveloped by some fell energy, and we couldn't risk venturing through it before taking precautions. Were my eyes mistaken? Was that Themis? Tell us what you know. We must consider our next course of action carefully.
It's a warg.
I ought to have anticipated this. If she bore witness to the past events within Pandæmonium, Athena would have found Elidibus impossible to overlook. Few possess such a talent for magics, to say naught of the emissary's discerning judgment. And so she found his soul upon the tides of the ethereal sea, and used his memories to craft a puppet that would serve her whims. But what is Themis... But... Is what Themis said true? She imbued Pandæmonium itself with a soul? To breathe life into which never should live, Athena's research is fast approaching its culmination. Fortunately, with the information shared with us by our friends, we have made some strides towards figuring out how to stop her. A crystal called the Heart of Sabik may be the key. The researchers related a quick but thorough history of events leading to the present, the sundering of the star, the emergence of the Ascians, the calamities that brought to bear upon the realm. Tales that, under our other circumstances, we would have considered childish fantasy, if not the name that rang true to Laha Bray's memories. I'll
be back.
The heart to speak to you, the secret of the ultimate weapon's might, not least the spell known as Ultima, a source of enduring mystery. We are told that a general from the Garlean Empire was gifting this oversight by an Ascian, that the ultimate weapon might be perfected. The identity of the shadowy benefactor, however, remains a curious unknown. Oh, the researcher didn't tell him. You seem to be very much of uncommon knowledge. There odds you are withholding. We're gonna tell him, right? Like, what is he gonna do? It's you, motherfucker. Why don't we just, like, okay, I guess it's not relevant, but like, he's literally incapable of fighting me. Like, what is he gonna do? You know? It's like, hey, bro, yeah, I killed you. Sorry, bro. Like, yeah. Yeah, it was you. We were enemies before. You know, what is he gonna do? He's just a memory. Very well. At present, the heart of Sabik itself is of greater moment. It's a creation of Athena's made during her time with the words of La Habrea. This predates even Pandæmonium's construction. She brought before us a crystal she claimed to have chanced upon, saying it contained immense power. She dubbed it Aurosite, studying it with a fervor unusual even for her. The eventual fruit of her efforts was a Stygian crystal unlike aught we'd ever seen, the heart of Sabik. Did Athena encounter Ultimate the High Seraph, perchance? That's probably... An unexpectedly specific question. I gather that the heart of Sabik is not the only aura site in this era. Regardless, I know not of this High Seraph. Athena was ever forthcoming as that she found the crystal, but we came to suspect that it was not of our star. Much later, we discovered that Aurosite magnifies the desire of those who come into contact with it. This would do much to explain Athena's actions following her recovery of the crystal. Alas, this realization came too late. By the time I moved to seal the Aurosite and its insidious influence away, Athena's plot had already been laid. So what became of the heart of Sabik? I took it from Athena's laboratory after I ended her life. The density of ether within was unlike anything that I had observed. I knew its capacity for destruction, but further analysis proved impossible. I elected to safeguard it myself. It is possible that Athena herself obscured the crystal's contents. Even were her memory stored within, I would have remained in ignorance. If she included some mechanism by which to give these memories form, as she did with our own, she would be reborn. Ironic that I should have protected those very memories in the name of safeguarding the star. Fate is loath to see mistakes go unpunished. La Habrea would discuss lingering questions concerning Athena. I have told you all I know of Athena and the many secrets she kept hidden from the world. If she indeed stored her memories within the heart of Sabik, we must ask ourselves how they were awakened in this age. When was the crystal last sighted? During my fight with the ultimate weapons. In which you triumphed but failed to recover the heart. Yet according to your colleagues, there was another on the battlefield that day, an Ascian. And the Celestian Ascian was later struck down at a location known as the Ethereal Chemical Research Facility. I've heard that name recently. The site of Professor Claudian's disappearance. Indeed, he was tracing an ethereal signature resembling that of a memory in the crystal in his possession, a signature that may well have belonged to the heart of Sabik, in which case it is no coincidence that Athena's awakening followed. But what reason would he have to bring her back to life? Was his mind not his own? Yet more questions without answers. Although Athena's essence is that of memory, her magics have not suffered for lack of a physical body. As the world is now, it should not be possible, but she must have found a suitable vessel. If Elidibus is to be believed, she readies this vessel for godhood, and is perilously close to success. It beggars belief, as you well know. You were the linchpin of her ambition. Yours was the only form that she could contain the immense power of Athena required, and it has long since turned to dust. As pleasant as this discussion is, we require more information if we're to unravel this mystery. You know who awaits you, Alela, Themis. I fear you won't find him so cooperative as we're accustomed to. We know not how vast the space beyond these gates may be, but somewhere within lurks Athena, with Elidibus leashed at her side. This may be a simplistic theory, but hear me out. If Themis arose from his memories intact, he will be eager to see reason. We need only break the magics that bind him to regain our old ally. When I had fallen under Hephaestus' influence, you didn't stop trying until I was freed. I would ask that you did the same for Themis. Though none of us are real in this conventional sense, I feel it must be done. Themis would never have wished to be your enemy. While Erechthonius' perspective is a sentimental one, Elidibus may possess privileged knowledge. To question him unimpeded by magics would be ideal. Aegisthus broke free of her bonds in her final moments, suggesting that Athena's hold weakens under the weight of combat. You might use the same principle to unshackle Elidibus' mind. But remember that our very nature is fragile. Even if he inhabits a vessel with which to meet you in battle, I am certain it is not meant to endure. If left weakened for too long, his ether may dissipate back into the ethereal sea. You had best act quickly. Alright, let's go in. Ooh.
I suppose I have Athena to thank for this incarnation.
I have long considered how I might stand against you, I admit. In transformation, I present to you my truth. I am Enlightened.
Ephemeral Justice, Themis.
Banana baby. Jacob,
What?
what's up?
I'm doing the raids.
Yeah, there's like no up to date like class guides for Lotro because they've done a lot of class changes in 2023 apparently.
Yeah.
So like all of the guides on like websites are like they'll give you like a build, but in like their rotation will say it's outdated. You know.
Yeah. What the hell is the name of this ability? It's a tank buster and it's called Dyke. The fuck?
How's it spelled?
Okay, it's not spelled that way, but still. I've never heard of that word. It's spelled with an I. D-I-K-E.
An embankment of earth and rock built to prevent floods, a low wall often of sod dividing it or enclosing lands, a barrier blocking a passage especially for protection. So it's just a wall.
But it's a tank buster, he like hit me with a spear. Okay. Sure.
Well, I don't know then. But that's what that word means. Less common. It's also the less common spelling of what you were thinking. Apparently, according to Merriam-Webster. So.
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. It's giving me the same thing every time. What the fuck? Oh, it's combining these now. Okay, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I want to try the Mariner class. I have no idea what it's going to be like. Like, no one does. I'm pretty sure. You know?
Yeah.
But it sounds cool. I like how there's like a river, like a water theme, like.
Oh wait, hold on, it's happening again. What does it do? Okay, yeah, he like launches a bunch of magical spears at me. Like holy spears. Like yeah. Weird.
That's a wall.
I guess, but that's really, I don't know.
Nah, it's not a wall.
It does like surround me. But it's just like a visual. It doesn't like actually block me from moving or anything. It is like a circle of spears around me is like the visual on it. Yeah. I don't know.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Such a weird name for it.
Yeah. I wonder what the name for that skill in Japanese is, because it'll just be a completely different, unrelated name, most definitely.
It'll probably make more sense.
Yeah. Oh shit! Okay, I see. This is kind of cool. They put this in a normal raid. I get. Yeah, you're saying here, and then boom. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, and then a spread.
What should I listen to? I'm wanting to put on some music. It's totally appropriate for the game I'm playing.
Put on some K-pop. Just pull up a K-pop playlist.
I'm thinking, what? Why is that coming through my TV? Why does it keep resetting that? Okay, that's weird. Oh, I restarted my game and the audio was coming through my speakers again.
Weird.
Yeah. Are my speakers set to be like the default audio device on this computer or something? Maybe that's what.
More back to cutscenes. The fog has lifted. I knew that Athena's magics magnified the desires of their victim at the expense of aught else, but I never guessed what desire of mine she could exploit.
Okay.
Since the moment we met, I have made plain my interest in you, my desire to understand your nature. I suppose that curiosity ascended to how each of us would fare in a match of strength. What is what is this?
What is what?
Free, that I am no longer needed.
Ugh. I'm sorry.
Do not look so crestfallen, my friend. These few moments of clarity are more than I could have asked for. You must render judgment of Athena's actions.
Um,
This warmth, your ether. You've grasped the fraying strands of my being and tied them together with your own. Nevertheless, I fear that I am here on borrowed time. I can only hope that I can see you through the last of our battles. Until then, I will cherish every moment.
oh,
I am Elidibus, the emissary. As such, it falls upon me to judge Athena, who would disrupt our carefully maintained balance to fulfill her own desires. I swear I shall not waver in this duty. Let's return to Erechthonius and La Habrea. There is much I would share with you before we embark upon this final ascent. Themis, it's good to see you. I knew Alela would guide you to our side once again. I am grateful she had the patience to tolerate my lapsed manners. Athena's hold upon me is broken. I pledge every moment of my remaining time to seeing that she answer for her deeds. Very good. To that end, I would have you share what you know of her plan. Of course, as I mentioned, Athena possesses a vessel that may serve in the creation of a god. It is someone Alela knows well, a man by the name of Claudian. By a twist of fate, his body proved to be ideal for Athena's purpose. The creation of a person requires not just a body, soul, or memory, but rather all three. We are made from the memories of our ancient counterparts, etched upon drifting souls and given form through the infusion of ether. We lack a physical body, yet you can see and feel us all the same. Athena is different. She has carved her memories into Claudian's soul while it was still within its body, and thus made both her own. But even she is prone to error. After the sundering, beings became more fragile in both body and soul, and this difference prevents Athena from realizing the full extent of her desires. So that's why she has turned her sights towards Alela. Her uncommon strength rivals even the mightiest of our age. By scrutinizing her feats in battle, Athena aims to deduce the secret of Alela's prowess and use it to fortify her own vessel. Only then will the combination of her research be at hand. We must save Claudian. An arduous task, but not impossible. Athena can inscribe herself upon another's soul, but she cannot erase its will. If we awaken Claudian's spirit to the reality of his bondage, he might be compelled to wrest his body from Athena's clutches. We still don't know why she chose Claudian, what makes him more suited than anyone else. Although I have never spoken to Claudian, I did witness an incident that may prove revelatory. When instructing the vessel to do her bidding, she called it by a familiar name, Erechthonius. What? Why would she? It is as I thought. A mother's touch. Laha Bre would discuss the plan to bring about Athena's end. Themis, you have just handed us the key to rescuing Claudian. What must we do? First and foremost, we must confront Athena. She must be made vulnerable, as Elidibus was. Yet our opponent stands on the verge of godhood. As we are now, she would unmake us in an instant. I thought we have no choice but to place the burden of our fate and the fate of many more besides squarely upon your shoulders. I trust you have no objections. God or no, I shall cast her down. If you have faith in your victory, then so do I. And we all appreciate Alela's willingness to fling herself at the unknown. However, we have yet to hear how this will liberate Claudian. I have a plan. Do not trouble yourself over the details. The same goes for you, Alela. You must focus entirely on your attention on Athena. She will not be easily bested, even by one of your prowess. Then let us trust in Laha Bre and prepare for the battle to come. Before we face Athena, I must know. If she had never discovered the aura site, had never fallen under its influence, would she have lived a normal life? Would she have been a mother to me? I've asked myself the same questions. Questions with no answer, I fear.
Weird.
But let us put them out of our mind. There is something we must discuss, and I would do so not as Laha Bre, but as a father to his son. Anabaseios, the 12th circle, now accessible.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Jacob, why are you gonna be so rude?
What?
I'm just kidding.
I don't know why my ACT isn't working.
Clearly you broke it.
I think it's just not updated, honestly. Last son.
We better do.
But I'm going in. Let's see. Ooh. Ooh. It's pretty.
Bisu.
I like the skybox. It looks cool.
You have done well to reach the seat of godhood.
Dude, Athena looks like the
Bear your souls to me.
like what was that? The over. What was the fucking? Why am I like drawing a blank? The over-attached girlfriend meme or whatever. You know what I'm talking about?
I guess.
It's a really old internet meme. You don't remember that one?
No.
Look it up. It's just you'll know it when you see it.
Oh, no. It's probably the first I've seen.
No, I trust me. You'll know it when you see it. It's a really old internet meme.
Early the truck attached. Girl. I sewed my name on your shirts in case you forgot you were taken.
Yeah, it was basically like the picture of that girl, and then just like absolutely unhinged shits. Like top bottom text applied to it is essentially all it was. Oh. Oh, what the fuck? I don't understand how to read that at all. Oh.
I was looking through your text earlier. Who's mom? Yeah, I've never seen this before.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We go here. I see.
I don't meme, Jacob. I'm not a meme lord, sorry.
I don't know, the meme's like ancient, so I figured you probably knew about it.
Yeah. That's one of the... How ancient...
I don't know.
It was added 11 years ago to know your meme.
Yeah.
Does that sound about right?
Yeah, probably.
2012.
Yeah. That's ancient to me, okay.
Man, then I'm like fucking prehistoric then.
Nah, cause like probably around the times when I started like going on the internet regularly. Like I was on the internet before then, but like, you know, going on it regularly and like looking at memes and stuff. That was probably around when I started.
I don't think I ever looked at memes. So what should I do? I'm looking for wargs, Jacob.
For wargs?
Yeah.
They're called warg in that game too?
Yes.
Huh.
It's not like it's a thing that exists in like...
What?
I mean, it's a thing in like Game of Thrones. It's a thing in Lord of the Rings. It's a wargs. Like it's not
fuck.
original to WoW.
I don't know. I thought it was.
The way they were presented has been like werewolf people. That's kind of unique to WoW. You know.
Well, no, just the normal ones are just wargs. Like just the basically the wolves. Those are just called wargs, and then like worgen are the werewolves.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. I thought they were just like mindless, like worgen, but
Nah, just the wolves are called wargs in WoW.
okay. Never mind. Never mind. Disregard what I just said then. So, yeah, no, wargs are a thing in like. They probably came from Tolkien, to be honest. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah. He derived the name from like Norse and Old German and Old English. Like all of these terms literally translated to strangler, choker. The word specifically is understood in northern Manish, which call on throughout the west. That's interesting. So it's a term used for like wolf and like Norse, but yeah, in terms of like a fantasy thing, that's original to being like a evil wolves. That's like original to Tolkien probably, yeah. Wargs were listed among the Sauron servants in the Third Age. They're demonic wolves, apparently. Suggesting that they were inhabited by evil spirits. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Oh, nothing in fantasy is unique at this point, Jacob. Like, I guarantee you everything, all of like just the minor enemy names and stuff from WoW, they've been used elsewhere. You know?
Yeah.
They're an enemy in Dungeons and Dragons as well, wargs. Which, I mean, that's inspired heavily by Tolkien. So... Yeah.
Okay, back to cutscenes. Just be the last one.
Okay.
Okay. Countless years I waited within that stifling crystal, and now when my dream is finally within reach, you stand in my way. Your dream is not but selfish ambition. Its fulfillment would bereft, or would benefit only you. I don't... Jacob, are you any better at reading out loud?
Why?
I don't know, I'm just curious. Do you
You're
struggle?
not gonna get me to do it.
Do you struggle with reading out loud like I do?
Yeah.
Oh
Don't
man.
feel bad.
And why, Athena, at the end of this road to godhood, what did you hope to find? You're worse than me? Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, obviously I can read just fine, but reading out loud is like... Oh my god. What the fuck? Wait, why didn't that work? Wait, Shadow, for some do I not have 7 TV somehow? What the fuck? Yeah, I don't see the 7 TV button on the chat. What the f... Okay. Somehow I just don't have 7 TV now. Weird. And why Athena at the end of this road to Godhold? What did he hope to find? Godhood. It matters not. The fact remains that she worked against the interest of the star. Even so, I would hear her answer. I would know only why my mother cast us aside.
Where's the end?
How unlike you, Erchthonius. You were never so inquisitive before. Having struck upon a hypothesis, there is but one thing that the wise woman desires. Wait, what the fuck? Hold on, Jacob. So, like, Jacob.
What?
Hold on. I'm about to send you something. Say, doesn't this remind you of what I was talking about before?
Yeah.
Isn't it kind of creepy? What the fuck? Irrefutable proof. The over-attached girlfriend.
Oh, man.
My theory was that any true God would see us as we are imperfect. She would hammer out the flaws and build something greater. To prove this could not benefit the star, I would give it the perfect stewards that it might shine brighter than any other. And you would destroy the lives already upon it. In that I'm no different from our peers. Over the course of aeons, how many creations have we wrought? Such creatures cannot but usher their inferior predecessors into oblivion. Even without our meddling, nature would take the self-same course. If the destination is the same, is it somehow worse to arrive there by the guidance of a god? I think not. The Arsight made such thoughts irresistible, perhaps. We cannot have created them from whole cloth. This is Athena's truth. What right have you to pass judgment? You were but a vessel for my masterwork. Your purpose ends here. My only mistake was leaving you possessed of a soul. What are you saying? Poor Erchthonius, always last to arrive to the obvious conclusion. I gave birth to you for a single reason, that you might serve as my tool, and like any tool, I crafted you to suit my needs, that you might accept my essence when the time came. Of course, I also made you more amenable to my demands, assured that you would feel a cloying affection for your dear mother. However, it seems that my tinkering was insufficient. My very feelings were of your design. You created a boy unable to grasp even the simplest magic, ever hopelessly clinging to his mother's robes, unable to do otherwise. I was doomed from the start. Yet you are standing in defiance of her design. You are more than what she made you. I still feel the sting of it, but with pain comes clarity. You ill deserve to wear the mantle of a god. As stubborn as you are witless, the star will not become mine, then it serves no purpose. She aims to obliterate the ethereal sea and stem the flow of life. She will do no such thing. Before the battle, Lahabrea told me I was the key to finishing this. Although I am but an illusion, my soul has crossed aeons to find its home in another, one whose body Athena has seen fit to purloin as her own. Much of what I once was now resides in him. Should my memories seize this chance to follow suit, then they may resound enough to wake his minds. But Athena inhabits him still. What will become of you? I don't know, but if it can rouse his soul, perhaps I will disrupt Athena's hold. It is the best chance we have. My whole life, others have looked down upon me, but I've never given up searching for my purpose. Now I've found it. This decision is yours to make, and yours alone. Do as you will, my son. I know you shall make me proud. Erechthonius, do not dare.
Oh, God.
No, stop this. Your words hold sway over me no longer. My life is my own. And I have found my true family. Ugh. My power wanes. The vessel rejects me. What is happening? Athena's magic should be impotent with no body to fuel them. Precisely, Athena was the sole force holding the space around Pandæmonium together, and now it crumbles. Although little would change if we were buried here, we cannot let this be Alela's final resting place. Of all my miscalculations, to think that you would be my undoing, that you would even be capable of defying me. Ah, is there more you would say to me? Or have you decided to return to your dear mother's bosom? Have you brought Claudian back to me? Apologies, but I am only the dregs of your own memory. I can do naught but watch as the evil you have wrought collapses, burying you under its weight. How disappointing, truly useless to the last.
Okay.
And who made me that way? Although Erichthonius was not but a collection of memories, I know his absence pained you. But he acted with resolve, full aware of the potential consequences. Let us look back on the moment, not with sorrow, but with pride. You are both the heroes of the day. Athena's ambitions would have swallowed the world had you not stemmed their advance. We shall stay here, both to look at Professor Claudian and ensure that there are no further disturbances in the ethereal sea. You should rest, and I will not take no for an answer. Guided by the past, the library watches over Claudian with concern. It seems we can do naught but wait. Perhaps we might discuss a matter which has been troubling me. While your colleague Nemijiji was enlightening us about the historical events which led to this era, she let slip the name of one of the Asians, Lahabrea. Although she knew of the figure only from her research, she was most insistent there's no evidence connecting the Asian to myself. Yet I'm aware that this Lahabrea used the hardest to beat to sow chaos throughout your world, and I would be a fool to deny such strong connections between us. You're the only president who has met this Asian in question, so I would ask you directly. Are he and I one and the same? Is my fate to work in the shadows and bring about untold destruction? You are him. I see. If you say it is so, then there is no reason to disbelieve it. These Asians, or Paragons, I'm told, were ruthless in their schemes to rejoin this underworld. I've heard but a small number of their deeds. I still find it difficult to comprehend the depths to which they were willing to sink. To choose the path of evil, all for the sake of the star. I admit, 'tis a decision I would make under the right circumstances. Although the ages may take their toll, my devotion to my duty will never waver. Paying no heed to what might be lost, I will treat the heart of Sabik as a mere tool for my own ends. Never caring to look beyond the surface, I will unleash forces that I fail to truly comprehend, and remain blissfully ignorant of my hypocrisy all the while. Oh. Oh, that's it. Okay, he woke up. It appears Claudian has awakened. Alela, I have some faint memories of what transpired. You stood against Athena and won. And you were there too. Lahabrea, Erichthonius, memories of you dwell within me still. Through unyielding discipline, you hope to forge a son equal to yourself. With the crucible you placed him in left scars which were loath to heal. Yet you were never motivated by selfishness. All you did was in service of your duty. At the least, I'll hear no more. Though you may possess Erichthonius' memories, you are not him. In rebirth, you have become someone else entirely, and you belong to this age. As such, I am your enemy, and an enemy does not deserve sympathy. Of course, I never condone the actions of an Ascian, but you are not him. You are La Habrea of the Convocation. You spared no effort in saving us from Athena's machinations. For that you deserve the utmost praise and my personal thanks. If you insist on deceiving yourself, then so be it. My stance remains unchanged. The most difficult of your trials is behind you. You may find that Pandæmonium has yet to relinquish the last of its secrets. Among them is the identity of Hephaestus' liberator, who set the very first wheels in motion. There is but one place to find the answers: the past. However, I must insist that you keep silent about Athena's fate. While I doubt it would change the decisions I make, you should not tender us information we could not uncover ourselves. Now that I have said my piece, I shall follow in my son's footsteps.
Oh, man.
These odious memories will fade to nothing, as was always their fate. Farewell. My time too draws near, but I believe I can stay long enough to see this matter through. You shall journey to the past to seek out the truth of La Habrea's words, yes, while Themis himself may have been there to see this encounter. I have the unique opportunity to hear your perspective on the matter. That is, of course, if you will share it with me. I look forward to it. I shall take and the ethereal sea one final time as I await your return. Yeah, so these raids took place in the Pandæmonium in the present, but there's still the Pandæmonium in the past. And so I don't know. I obviously have did all the raids at this point. I'm assuming it's either just a bunch of cutscenes or maybe there's a solo duty here or something. I don't know. I'm gonna guess that it's probably just a bunch of cutscenes, though. I don't know that, but. Enter Pandæmonium. The world unsundered Pandæmonium. Lila, truth be told, I thought you would have little reason to ever visit the place again. It seems I was wrong. I'm looking for answers. How neatly you obfuscate your motivations. Do as you will, then. She has gone through the trouble to visit us, so I hardly think curtness in it is in order. We brave Pandæmonium together. Why not at least share with her our progress? I have relinquished control of Pandæmonium to La Habrea. I was never meant to hold it for long, and now such authority resides in rightful hands. With La Habrea's help, we have poured through Athena's research into the Hemethioi. Thus, we were able to restore Hegemon's mind and body. Yet, there is still much work to be done. Damage to repair, keywords to replace, the tasks are too many to count. But although the path may be long, our progress is steady. I believe we can safely say that Pandæmonium will soon function as it did before. Indeed, before we reach that point, however, there are some matters which must be put to rest. Our concerns, one concerns Pandæmonium itself, and another is a personal matter. Until they are settled, I cannot move forward. It shall not take long. Lack of resolve caused me to delay, but I have chosen my course. These concerns must be weighty indeed. Do you intend to share your burdens with us? If you would bear witness, then come. Your arrival at this very moment almost beggars belief, but I shall not ask you to leave. I shall simply ask you that you do not interfere, no matter what may happen. So I hear this will be over soon. Why did you call me here, Master La Habrea? There's still much to be done if the wardens are to be freed. You have served with Pandæmonium since Athena's time, have you not? That makes you the most senior keyword, now that Agastis is gone. As such, you deserve to know the secret few others are privileged to hear, one concerning myself. Separating Hephaestus from myself required removing part of my soul. A necessary sacrifice, but one which came at no small cost to my natural talents. I am but a shadow of the man I was once at the time of my appointment as La Habrea. I can never hope to wield the same magics as that Hephaestus used to bind the warden's mind, let alone break their shackles. That tone of defeat does not befit your voice, not Master La Habrea. Do not give in to despair. There is no despair, only truth. I do not confide in you to garner cheap sympathy. Hephaestus still left behind fascinating research. His conclusion was that, in order to transform a vessel into a Hemethios, absolute control over their mind was essential. As you well know, the magics used to achieve such dominion exploited strong emotions within their victims' hearts. In the case of Hespharos and Agastis, their respect for me. Upon slipping his bonds, Hephaestus took steps to throw Pandæmonium into chaos. With their attention divided, keyword and warder alike were easy targets. There was an act that came before me. Regardless of Hephaestus' prowess, he could not have won freedom on his own. For long days and nights I pondered who might have released him. I can only conclude that Athena's plan were set in motion long, long ago when she claimed the mind of one of her admirers. Hegemone, no one would question your pride in your position, your devotion to Pandæmonium. But you do not believe I am the one fit to lead it, do you? Your loyalty lies not with my vision for Pandæmonium, but Athena's. Master La Habrea, whatever spurred this sudden accusation, I assure you there is a proper explanation. Oh. What are you doing, La Habrea? Do not approach. As I've already stated, ever should I detect Athena's tinkering, I am currently powerless to dispel it. And so I have come to a decision, one which was made with the best interests of our star in mind. In order to build a better future, acquire the strength I have lost. I must embrace these odious memories.
Are you an odious memory?
I don't even know if I'm saying that word right. I've never heard of it before. Now I have no idea what it means. Even I'm not gonna lie.
I think odious sounds right.
You now bear witness to the true La Habrea. Oh shit!
Arousing or deserving hatred or strong dislike.
Okay. He just burned her alive. Okay.
Does that fit?
Yeah, I guess so. I cannot imagine this was an easy choice, but it is done. Is she alive? Yes, and she shall remember this lesson well.
Lists that are recommended for fellowship are indicated in your journal with proof icons. Jacob.
Athena's puppet no longer, I see. She may yet harbor ill will towards me, but that is a risk I am willing to take. Our star requires a steady hand to guide it, and now mine is equal to the task. I can no longer allow Pandæmonium to divert my focus. Hegemone, I would ask you to serve me anew. There's none other more suited to overseeing this prison, none other who will take such pride in their duty. My loyalty to Athena led me to betray you once before. Why would you allow me to keep the position of keyword? I require your talents, as I require Hephaestus. The past is of no consequence.
Jacob.
Very well. In honor of our fallen colleagues, I wish to restore this institution to its former glory. La Habrea is himself once more. He wields his authority without hesitation, and thinks not twice once his judgment has sounded. Yet he is different from Athena. He thinks only of the betterment of the star. So long as his duty guides his action, he shall not share her fate. And should his convictions ever waver, the emissary will set him back on the proper course. Good. If this is the path he chooses to walk, then I will walk with him. I'll allow our bond to fray no further. As his son, I will support him in the days ahead. I would not ask you to say the same, Alela. You and I stand on peaks separated by vast chasms. Our perspectives shall never align. And never shall one give way to the other, for such is our nature. With that in mind, let us consider any debts between us to be void. Before you leave here, mark well these words. My resolve shall weather loss unfathomable, and yield before no obstacle. Walk your path with the same conviction.
Are you a ring wraith, Jacob?
Yeah, dude. Weird.
You're a Nazgul. Order time.
There you are, Alela. While you were away, Themis brought me up to speed on all that happened while I was held prisoner. His story shone light upon any number of questions that were niggling at my conscience, namely, those concerning the ethereal signature and emanating? I swear that emanating. Yeah, I thought it was like animating, but it's emanating. Huh.
No, it's emanating.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's emanating.
Yeah. From Az's law, doubtless its source was Athena, reaching out as far as she could from her prison, ever grasping for someone to take Erichthonius' place, grasping for the body his soul resided in. I wanted to ask, when you first found the crystal, were you unable to hear the memories stored within? Indeed, it was only after our research was well underway that I could hearken to his whispers. Contact with the crystal should have awakened the memories, but the passage of time likely changed Erichthonios' soul in a subtle way. Perhaps ethereal resonance was a gradual process in this case. However, being attuned to Erichthonius exposed you to Athena's voice as well. Doubtless the choice to venture forth into Az's law was not your own. It was Athena's influence working through you. I do recall being strangely fixated on acting alone. I would never have encouraged such recklessness usually. Although the choice was not entirely my own, I'm still ashamed of my actions. Reflection is how we plant the seeds of growth, although we must not blame ourselves for events out of our control. That the voice in the crystal belonged to the person from which your soul originated, well, not even the most brilliant researcher could come to that conclusion. Your reassurance means more than you know. Thank you. Now, one final matter. It concerns the very crystal whose discovery set this adventure in motion. Perhaps sparked by recent events, a new light began to shine from within its depths. From my experience, this may indicate that a new memory has floated to the surface, eager to be observed.
It's interesting.
For some time, the question of why La Habrea and Ericthonius would leave such a crystal behind in the first place has lingered in the back of my mind. With Ericthonius' memories and such magical talents as are at my disposal, I believe I can make this final memory manifest for us all to behold. Shall we witness it together?
Are you an ancient pottery shard?
I leave this memory for you, the future of our star.
The
Final
fuck?
days have come, and the creation magics we have so relied upon now hasten our downfall. But despair has not yet won out. La Habrea and the others of the Convocation are working to stem the chaos which threatens it to engulf our star. Their plan requires great sacrifice. Elidibus Themis has already offered to give his life for our salvation. Yet there is another problem which must be dealt with. Pandæmonium, wherein are confined our most vicious creations. Even should we survive the final days, it will take time to restore order. If Pandæmonium's cells were breached and their prisoners set upon the star, our hard-won peace would be obliterated in an instance.
One Piece.
Shut the fuck up, Jake.
One Piece.
It wasn't even...
I know.
Someone must stay behind to ensure that that never happens. With Themis and La Habrea otherwise indisposed, that responsibility falls to me. And that is why I must defy the directive of the Convocation. My soul will not be offered to manifest the will of the star, but instead consigned to eternal vigil.
One Piece.
I know that in doing so the final days may take me. I may not live to see my duty upheld. That's why I have resolved to set this crystal adrift in the tides of the underworld. It contains memory of Pandæmonium from both my father and I shall not bear this warning. I shall bear this warning to the future, even if I cannot.
What?
I've imbued the crystal with magics that will attract it to my essence. Even should I journey through the underworld and be born anew, this message will reach me. Pandæmonium shall not be unattended. If all else fails, then perhaps another woman like my dear friend will come along, one with an almost unnatural ability to pick up the scent of trouble. I wonder where she is now. How many souls has she saved, and how many beasts has she slain since we last met? Alongside my warning, this memory shall carry a wish. Alela, may we meet again. Now listen well. If anyone receives this message, you must come to Pandæmonium. Please, make haste. I repeat.
Jacob.
Well, that dispels the last of my doubts. Thank you for humoring me, and now we come to this. It survived. Yes, the heart of Sabik. The tie that bound Athena's memories to my body, no doubt. When I regained my senses, I found it on my person. Now it appears your efforts have left it bereft of memories. No trace remains of Athena. However, its power as Orosight yet remains. It may prove to be a valuable trove of knowledge in the hands of the right researcher. I feel that fate has left it with me for a reason. I should take my leave, but on behalf of my colleagues, nay, the entire star, I thank you both for putting an end to Athena's wickedness.
That's cool. Oh my god.
I see.
Wait,
Then
what the
Hephaestus'
fuck?
story has been laid bare.
Whoa, 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 you can't just hit me with that. Okay, hold on. So you're telling me, for the first time since A Realm Reborn, they decided to put voice acting in a raid quest? Alright. And none of this was voice acted until this cutscene. Okay, that's fine. Let's let it play out.
As has the nature of our mysterious crystal. The questions which led us into Pandæmonium are answered, and soon order shall be restored. I too can fade away, unburdened by regret.
Interesting.
I could not have reached this point without you, friend.
Jacob.
So many revelations. But there are more, if you would dig a little deeper. Elidibus's soul was plucked from the ethereal
I'm level
sea,
21.
and from it I was wrought. Surely you have a passing interest in what I remember, in what I feel. You deserve what answers I can provide. While my memories of Pandæmonium are clear, all else is hazy at best. Perhaps Athena made me this way, or perhaps it is the result of who or what I was before.
Are you an MMORPG?
Jacob, please.
Still, I can recall vague figures.
Stop.
Scenes from my future and your past. At the Crystal Tower's peak, we clash. And later, from that self-same spire, I send you forth into our age, into Elpis. Why do I decide on such a course? Formless as these images are, I cannot say. However, I can hazard a guess. Somewhere within my fragmented memories, I catch a glimpse of our journey into Pandæmonium. A glimpse which shows not the path we took or the destination where it led us, yet by its very presence demands that you are required in Elpis. And even if that act is but one link in the chain of events which ends in Atheris' salvation, then this all has meaning. Our time together, every moment, is worthwhile, and I am unburdened by regret. That said, it is possible my motivations become something else entirely. That you would cross this vast expanse in the hopes of being reunited with your allies. A devotion that once would have baffled me. But after having been to the depths of that twisted prison and back, I think I can understand. Now, I have pulled back the curtain as far as I dare. The people of your age call this the Ethereal Sea, a name I quite enjoy, for it teems with life, each star a soul on its journey. And among these uncountable stars, it was yours that crossed my path. For that, I shall be forever grateful. I wish you well on your journey. A journey as long as your star is bright. A journey not bound by the confines of this world or any other. The truths that dwell at the edge of sleep. The course of history is set by its victors. It is immutable, and yet should this star continue upon its path, look, the light.
Welcome back, Lil. I hope you said farewell to Themis for me. Recent events have given me not only a new focus for my research, but also insight into my own origins. Truly, 'tis a gift I could never hope to repay. As Lahabrea said, I am not Erechthonios, yet I bear a part of him inside me, and I shall do what I can to follow the traces he left behind in the present day. A spark has been struck in my mind. I am ready to pursue my research with a fervor, the likes of which I have not had since my youth. Doubtless I shall need of you in the days and moods ahead. When that time comes, I only hope that you will once again lend me your sound counsel. Until then, may you fare well.